All right, so Nate was just telling me about the Union Square Petco.
Dude, okay.
Background: we both have cats.
I have a cat named Django.
I have a cat named Mandy. You know, Mandy's dreaming.
Mandy's dreaming.
Check out our band.
Check out our band. The Union Square Petco.
Yeah.
It is so overdone. It's in like an old building, which is, always cool to us.
Love that.
Because they have to repurpose everything out here. But it's in Union Square. And it's such an overdone place. There's decorations like hanging from the ceilings and everything. You can walk up to the second floor for pet stuff, and there's lights built into the stairs. Like it's such overkill.
Lights in the stairs?
Yeah, there's lights built into the stairs. I'm sure if you Google it, you can find it. Oh my
god!
But
I'm into it, dude. That's cool.
The only food that Django will eat is sold there, and it's one of the only places that.
The only food
that she'll eat, because it's a food for picky eating cats. She doesn't eat very much. She just grazes. Actually, your cat grazes too.
Mandy's a grazer.
We got good cats.
Yeah, we do. Mandy, no. Don't get up there.
This is No Singles, a podcast where we discuss albums from front to back in an attempt to promote comprehensive album listening. I'm Nate.
I'm JR.
What are we listening to today?
I picked Mystery Flavor by Stevie Dinner. And you picked?
And I picked Blonde on Blonde by Bob Dylan. Now, as a reminder, we put everything through a randomizer. So
these are not intentional mashups.
These are not at all.
And that's the point.
That's the point. Because if it was intentional, we would probably be too on the nose, and then it might be boring.
There are things that work between these two albums. There's a lot that doesn't.
There's a lot that does not work between these two albums.
Makes, interesting conversation.
It'll make for interesting. It's also, if anybody would specifically listen to this episode for one album, they would not be listening to this episode for the other album. So maybe they'll find something interesting in the other album.
I hope so.
Yeah, I don't see many crossover fans for these two.
You got one right in front of you.
I do.
So, Blonde on Blonde. Dude, what a cool record.
Blonde on Blonde.
I was really excited that you picked this one. I'm one of those, early Dylan fans. I like all his shit, but I grew up listening to, the first 3 or 4 albums that he has, and I had those on vinyl, and I would just spin them all the time. Mm-hmm. But then, I guess, the past couple of years, I started getting into, Highway 51.
61.
I mean... Cut that out. Just kidding. You can leave it in if you want.
If you can think of one, what's your favorite Dylan album?
Oh man,
there's a lot. Do you know? Oh wait. Do you know how many studio albums?
Oh dude, I have no idea.
30? 40.
Holy shit!
He's recorded 40 studio albums. And I don't remember the rest of the list, but he's got 63 LPs or something recorded, and he's shot 60-something music videos.
And he's only 25 years old. Isn't that crazy? I'd say my favorite is it's got to be Freewheelin' or The Times They Are Changing. One of those two.
Yeah, they're both. I mean, that's the thing too. It's Dylan, so you're gonna have
different eras. It's like the Beatles. You can't have a favorite Beatles record because they're so different based off when they're recording.
I do still have a favorite Beatles. It's because I like later Beatles more.
I like
earlier Beatles. Yeah,
that's why this works. So I just got a couch delivered, everybody. $160, super nice Greek dude.
He was insulting Greek people.
He was insulting Greek people.
He wasn't Greek.
Or nice, maybe, because he was insulting people. Anyways, he delivered it to my place in Queens, and just now, and my cat Mandy she's got the zoomies.
It's a fucking nice couch. Actually, it's not a couch, it's a love seat.
That's right.
It has a love seat.
That's right. What about you? What's your favorite Dylan album?
I guess Highway 61.
I think that's
a super popular answer too, but
who cares? Because it's good.
Yeah, so today, JR's got
$4.
JR's got $4 t-shirt.
It's just like, it's like a Walmart t-shirt, y'all. It's a Walmart t-shirt with guitars on it and says guitars. Now that's living.
It's pretty damn good.
With my $3 New York hat. We're big on living within our means.
Yeah, we are. I know.
Your hat was $2.
My hat was $2.
How much was your Patti Smith tank?
My Patti Smith tank was
and it's
actually,
not a cutoff. You bought this as a tank.
This is a tank. This was $20 because I had it made. So I read Just Kids by Patti Smith, and this photo of her like cutting her hair is in the book, and I was like, that's such a fucking badass picture of Patti Smith. This is held up for.
Honestly, the checking looks incredible.
I think that I've had this for 4 years, 5 years now. So Patti Smith, she's cool.
All right, so your favorite album is Highway 61.
Highway 61.
Blonde on Blonde.
Blonde on Blonde.
What kind of music is this? Folk rock, blues rock, country rock, rock and roll. Which I think is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Columbia Records.
Yeah.
Some is like the most iconic, like singing. The really Harry Dillon.
Right.
That kind of shit.
Yeah, I said this about a specific track, so I'll talk about it
Just
later.
like a
but
woman.
yeah, he is very doing like a Bob Dylan caricature on some of these songs.
It's like he's impersonating himself.
It is. That's the thing. Like we're covering this in 2025, and this thing got recorded in '65.
I know.
You know, and it's like
he's still alive.
He's still alive. He's still alive. Dude was fucking young when he started.
Yeah, good for him.
Now we just think of him like people have a certain Bob Dylan impression in their head, and it is fully alive on this album.
Wow, yeah, that's exactly it.
Especially in certain songs. There's some of them where it fades away a little bit, but there's certain.
He brings it out.
He really brings it out.
Dude, this is one of the first double albums ever. I was really excited to read that. I got the Allman Brothers double album over there.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. This is the last of Dylan's Electric Trilogy.
Yes.
Bringing it all back home, Highway 61 and Blonde on Blonde. Were you able to figure out what this album is named after? Because there are several stories.
I'm so glad you asked. I was so excited to talk about this part.
Sweet.
Al Cooper. He plays organ and guitar.
Yep.
On the album. He recalls that both the album title Blonde on Blonde and the song titles arrived during the mixing sessions, which were in LA, right?
Okay.
Quote, when they were mixing it, we were sitting around and Bob Johnston came in and said, what do you want to call this? And Bob Dylan just said them out one at a time. Free association and silliness, I'm sure, played a big role. And then Dylan says, well, I don't even recall exactly how it came up, but I know it was all in good faith. I don't know who thought of that. I certainly didn't. Regarding Blonde on Blonde, the name.
Right. And that's where I'm like, so it's
no one knows.
Sort of a mystery.
Yeah.
I found somewhere that people had said that it might be related to the names of related to the two guitars that were tracked on the album, or two of the guitars that were tracked on the album.
What kind of guitars were they using?
Two light wood and beige guitars, blonde. Like the Gibson Nick Lucas Special and the Fender Acoustasonic, which is a blonde beige guitar. It's a great album.
I saw something else. He was seeing a play when he was smaller, titled something on something. I can't remember. I didn't write it down.
It's okay. There's a million. I found so many different explanations, and I think really the honest answer is no one knows.
Speculation.
Yeah.
Bob was just making shit up.
I mean, them going straight to him and being like, what was it? And he goes,
he's not going to tell
I
them.
don't know. It's my Bob Dylan impression.
I don't know.
Get away.
Hey, man, I don't know.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, man.
I don't know.
Why you keep asking me these questions?
She looks real pretty. Plays real pretty. A little too good.
What do you think about that album cover?
It's great.
It's blurry.
It's blurry, and that's why I kind of like it.
The photographer.
Yeah, what did you find?
So Jerry Schatzberg is the cover photographer.
Yeah.
But there was a different person who designed the record sleeve that it comes in. I never knew this. So it's just him from his titties up, right?
Yeah.
That's not the whole photo.
Oh,
so
it's
when
him
you
leaning on the wall.
when you open the album,
yeah.
it's like a 3/4 shot.
Right, then you get his full body. Wow.
Isn't that fucking cool, man? I never knew
I
that.
didn't know that. Does
Yeah.
it look like it's just his face that's a little blurry there? It's not the rest of his body?
The rest of the shit's blurry, kind of.
Oh, it is? Okay.
But the reason they said it was really cold outside and they weren't dressed warm enough, so they jump out of this car. He says, "Hey, man, lean up against the wall and take a picture."
Yeah.
And he's cold and he's shaking, so he snaps the camera because he's shaking because he's cold.
Oh.
And that's literally why it's blurry.
This is also one of those album covers that I just grew up knowing.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
so it's just, I never really listened to the album, but...
Same, dude.
Yeah.
I just knew the cover. There's nothing
cover.
written on it. It's just his face.
It's just his face, and I'm just like,
It's only on the
that's
spot.
Bob Dylan.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone knows who that is.
Yeah. Which, you know, I'm a fan of wordless album art.
Me too. You're so famous that you don't have to put who you are on the album. You just put your face. It's pretty cool. So, the photo on the album, it's at 375 West Street at Morton Street in the village, in Greenwich Village. But it was like this old transportation depot. It's so cool. There's this guy, Bob Egan.
Okay.
He has this whole entire website where it's popspotsnyc.com. He just goes around the city and he, like, in-depth researches all these New York album covers, like Neil Young, the Ramones, everything.
Cool.
And he finds out exactly, without a shadow of a doubt, where it was photographed.
This is his 7th studio album.
Wow.
Dude, 7th studio album. When was his first? When was his first studio album?
His first was a bunch of covers, like folk songs.
Yeah,
It's got
yeah.
Song to Woody on it, Talking New York. So that was in like 1963 or something, right? It's just self-titled. And he's like 19 or some shit like that. He's so young.
He looks young on the cover. 62. So
Yeah.
in 3 years, he had put out
Seven albums.
albums.
I got some more fun facts about the album.
Hell
Here's
yeah.
some.
Yeah.
So,
I have some too. I think you have some that are more in depth though.
Dylan makes the album in LA in early April before he departed for Australia for his 66 world tour.
Yep.
Also, before I even say this, most of this album was recorded in Nashville, Tennessee, my home state.
I do know that.
So cool, man. They were not jiving with the session musicians up here in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I didn't write down the name, but someone suggested to move it down to Nashville.
It was Johnston.
It was Johnston?
I've got that, yeah.
Nice.
Johnston had lived in Nashville, and he knew session musicians out there.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan's agent actually really didn't want to do it.
Well, yeah, dude. The money, quote unquote, is here in New York.
But yeah, he was like, "This is how we do it, and we want to leave it here." And but the idea had already been floated to Dylan at this point, and so Dylan
was into it. Man.
Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go record with them." Out there, they got Charlie McCoy, Wayne Moss, Joe South, and Kenny Buttrey on the album. Dylan later said that the New York band had slowed down recording, and he hadn't realized it until he got to Nashville. Their very first day of recording was Valentine's Day, 1966, and they got Visions of Johanna down on that day. So, you know, I'm like on one hand, that's like pretty rude and direct, and on the other hand, the first day of recording they got.
Yeah, right.
They got a song down. So, also, Levon Helm was unhappy when they were recording in New York, and Bobby Gregg replaced him on drums.
Okay.
For part. So I don't know what Levon Helm recorded and what Bobby Gregg recorded, but
I don't know.
Also, is this album the introduction of Levon Helms to Robbie Robertson? I
don't know.
I don't know, but it sounds like it might be, because he met Levon Helms and his band in Canada, and he got him interested in recording in New York. Cool. Bob Dylan did.
I didn't know any of this.
And then Robbie Robertson played on the album with them. And so I'm like, is this the start of the formation of the band?
Do you think so?
I don't, you know.
That'd be cool.
I think so, but I don't know. You know, like maybe they had met prior, but they both have to collaborate on this at least. And even though Levon Helms left the recording sessions in New York before they broke up, before the sessions broke up, you know, they go on to be in the band together.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. It seems like it's the first time they met, but I could be wrong.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, when you're in that realm, all kinds of crazy... Everyone kind of knows everyone, and they rocket to fame together. Oh, I found this really cool quote. Bob Dylan said, quote, "The closest I ever got to the sound I hear in my mind was on individual bands in the Blonde on Blonde album. It's that thin, that wild mercury sound. It's metallic and bright gold with whatever that conjures up." End quote. How beautiful!
That's
dude.
pretty fucking cool.
You know, like the stereotypical Dylan that we all have in our minds. This is what he was trying to get out.
Positively 4th Street, that Bob Dylan had recorded and put out. He needed to follow that up, so he wanted to do it with Levon Helms' band. And so that was why they initially got together, but really Bob Dylan was in his head going like, no, I'm about to like record an album with this guy in his band. Like that was really why he wanted to get them together with him. But Positively 4th Street got recorded in July of 65 and was put out by September of 65 as a single. Like it was turned around like that quick. Just
that's fast.
Dude, that's fucking wild. That's what the industry used to be. You know, you went to Columbia's Studio A in the middle of New York.
Yeah.
And you, like, recorded a
Studio A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Yeah. And then you just like turned something around real quick and just like got it sold. Like you got all these copies of it on vinyl. That's wild.
So cool. What a time.
Also, for the New York sessions, just so we don't miss it.
Yeah.
Bill Lee, Robbie Robertson, Paul Griffin, Al Cooper. Those were the core people. If it weren't for Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, and I mean even his like debut, there's just times, you know, where you see all the other people involved, and you're like, how much was the most notable person a part of this, and how much was everybody else's contribution a part of this, you know?
The last song on the album was... No, the second to last. Obviously, Five Believers. That was the backing band. That's the session musicians.
Right.
Like that's their song. They carried that song, you know?
Yeah. I didn't know that. You know?
Me either, man.
So now I just associate it with Bob Dylan. Yeah.
How many tracks we got, Nathan?
How many do we have?
Over 4 different sides of records. Two entire records, man.
It's just 14 songs. It's actually not, you know, like you say double album. It's like, oh boy, it's gonna be a lot, and it's 14.
It's like an hour and some change.
We'll get into that.
Okay, song number 1.
So probably the most famous song on the album.
Honestly, dude, this one it's tied for my favorite on the album. It's so good, man. It's so unusual.
Yeah.
You know?
Rainy Day Women, number 12 and 35.
Yeah.
It sounds like a big hangout. You know?
Yeah, everyone's just drinking and stoned and, you know, playing music in a little parlor or something.
Feel so all alone.
Everybody must get stoned.
It's also, is it sort of a protest song? You know, I'm like, who's
who's
they?
It's like he's daring to be like, because he wanted to call it like everyone must get stoned. He's like putting shit out there that's like advocating you getting high or whatever the hell.
Yeah. Okay.
I might be misspeaking, because like, you know, getting stoned like with a rock.
Right.
They stone you when you're walking through the street.
Right.
They stone you when you're trying to get
that's what I was
whatever.
thinking. I was like, oh, is he talking about?
It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a bit. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, like is he just talking about getting high, or is he going like he's like, yeah, these fucking government guys, they want to stone you if you're walking. You know.
I think he's just talking about getting high, man.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I mean, it's, you know, if you hear the hook on the song, it's not necessarily a song to take too seriously, anyways. So.
There's people like laughing in it. It's great in the background, and then you hear him go, "Everybody,
what now?"
Dude, he's probably baked in there. Everyone's probably smoking doobies in there.
Yeah.
Love that song. Great way to open the album.
Oh yeah, it is. I wouldn't have thought to open it with that.
No,
That's a
dude.
good way to open it. It's a party.
Yeah.
Open it with a party. Actually, I was thinking about how this album flows all together.
Mm-hmm.
It feels more like like last week we did 1975 and Dark Ark, you know, Saint Seneca, and those both have very intentional placement of songs on the album for how it's going to flow, an intro and go to the end. And I think this album kind of stands as individual statements more. If there's portions where you can feel the flow going from one song to the next, but I don't know. I feel like it's not as purposeful on this album. The way that they play songs.
I don't think it matters as much.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect, like if I was to reorder a couple things on here, it's not going to really affect the feel because think about it, you're flipping a record like 3 times.
Right.
So it's broken up a lot already.
Yeah.
So I don't really think it matters too much, which is kind of unexpected. I didn't think I'd think about that, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter. If I can shuffle these up, it'll still have the same impact.
Pledging My Time. Second track on the album.
Snare intro with the harmonica.
Mm-hmm.
Nice bluesy electric guitar in the back. The harmonica solo in this song,
Right.
there's a really long note that's held for like a really long time.
Hurts my ears.
Going back to his like old albums, dude, he'd blast that harmonica in there and it would hurt my ears.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't take them off. It's just like, it's just part of it.
I was listening to this again on the train. When I was
What train?
When I was grabbing cat food. What did I ride? The
Good.
M. I rode the M.
Because the city's relevant because he lived in this city.
Oh yeah. Well, he even sings about the D train on this album.
Which one?
And I can't remember which
Oh
song.
man, please
but
point it out.
It might have been Visions of Johanna.
Really?
Honestly, yeah.
It's a very jammy track.
It is.
Dude, oh my god. This and the James Taylor album, so many fade outs.
Uh-huh.
It's just a product of the time, I guess. A lot
well,
of fade outs.
The way they talk about this being recorded too, like in sessions.
Oh, that's true. There's no like hard stop. They're probably just like
Right, they're probably just like getting, they're like, let's jam on it a bit or something.
Yeah.
And like Johnson's sitting there producing this and going like, yeah, we'll just fade it out. Don't worry.
What's next?
Visions of Johanna could be my favorite song on the album.
What makes it your favorite?
Right off the bat, gives me that warm, nice feeling of a Bob Dylan song where you got some organ in the background.
Yeah.
You got Dylan's voice coming in.
A super classic, airy.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Writing in the fall of 1965 when Dylan was living in the Hotel Chelsea.
Cool.
Yeah,
Patti Smith.
Yeah, right. And then this was the first song that they got recorded at the Nashville sessions. The song begins by contrasting two lovers, the carnal Luis and the more spiritual but unattainable Johanna. Ultimately, for Gill, the song seeks to convey how the artist is compelled to keep striving to pursue some elusive vision of perfection. Yeah,
I mean, it's a good song. It's not my favorite, but it's a good one.
I can throw this song on and just drink a beer with it with a low energy dance. Nice little beat.
Hearing that in a country bar would be fantastic.
Oh.
Thank God he went to Nashville, dude. Listen, us Tennessee people, we know how to make good backing music.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so those session players in Nashville.
Fantastic. Best of the best.
Yeah. What do you think of
One of Us
Must Know?
Sooner or later, in parentheses. Oh, dude, there's a magnificent crescendo at 1:15, and it just like pops you right into the song.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I wrote down the drums are really dry, and I like that.
Yeah.
Super great. I figured you would notice that as well.
Yep.
I like that a lot. It sounds live. Oh, they put piano and organ in there at the same time. And it works. It's like two birds just like chirping with another in symphony. It's great. I wrote, the chord progression is melancholic passion. Another fade out.
Melancholy Passion.
Yeah, it's really, dude, that's such a sad song.
The interplay between the piano and the guitar is such a treat. It's so good.
Yes.
And then, the choices that are being made on the snare, with especially during the choruses.
What did you like about it?
Oh man, it's he's not going like, just like a 4/4 or something. He's like charging in with that snare part. That's tasty. He's not like, I'll go to the toms, I'll go to the, I'll do like an open close hi-hat thing or something. He's just like, and just continuing right back with it. And I'm like, this is
tasteful.
It's tasteful. It stands out just enough.
Yeah.
But it just works with the song still.
It's complimentary. I Want You. This has got to be my favorite on the whole album. It's sentimental. I fucking love this song, man.
This could be your favorite song on the album?
Yeah. When he, right when he launches into I Want You.
Yeah.
There's this great guitar run that goes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It's so fantastic. Oh, dude, I used to listen to this song. My first job, I was a bag boy at Food City.
Oh.
In Tennessee. They have those near Nashville as well.
Food City sounds like
We called it food shitty because it was so bad. But before my shift, I would cruise around the countryside listening to this song in my car.
Oh,
Yeah,
that sounds nice.
love this song.
I like this song a lot.
What do you like about it?
It's to me it's very straightforward, and the melody is very the sweetness of the melody, like it feels kind of innocent and light, and it interplays with him saying "I want you" in this way where I'm like, that's really sweet. I think it's really cute.
It's not like a sexual "I want you." It's like I want you in my life.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And the melody itself is memorable, and it's light and just very nice, like
Yeah, it's like Daisies and Roses type shit.
yes, yeah. But I do see how people who don't like Bob Dylan's voice, this is one of those songs where I'm like,
so bad.
he like barely even says bad. He's just like bad.
I know, it's fantastic, dude.
It's one of those things where I'm like, I understand.
I get it.
Why there's a dividing line for some people where they're like, I cannot get over his voice, and this is one where it's really on display.
On display is a great way to put it.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people. Just be clear.
So Al Cooper, we mentioned earlier. Oh, he played French horn on the Rolling Stones. You Can't Always Get What You Want, and lead guitar on Rita Coolidge's This Lady's Not For Sale. So this guy has his bona fides. So Al Cooper says, out of all the songs Dylan outlined to him in his hotel, this was his favorite. So in response to that, Dylan delayed the recording of this song to the very end of the Nashville sessions just to bug him. That's antics.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's antics.
You ever been stuck inside a mobile with the Memphis Blues, Nate?
Wish I could say I had.
I've been to Mobile.
How was it?
Oh, dude. I lived in New Orleans for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Mobile was kind of close by. Dude, every time I've ever driven downtown Mobile, there's no people. There's big buildings, there's no people. It is weird. It's deserted. It's weird. I did not like it.
Mobile is to Alabama what Casper, Wyoming is to Wyoming. I guess
I will take your word for it.
For Louisiana, anyways, for going over there. That's like, dude, Casper, Wyoming has this huge mall.
Okay.
And I've been there. I've been to them all a couple times. There is nobody in the whole fucking thing. Like, I walk around and there's no people.
Why is it even open?
Yeah, I'm like, how does this place survive?
How do they pay their electric bill?
It might be gone by now. Or shut down by now. I have no idea.
Abandoned.
But, yeah, because some of those malls are... Anyways.
Yeah, Mobile is weird. I've never got out and walked around, but...
Well, let's tour through there sometime.
I wrote long-ass song title.
Long-ass song title.
What do you think of this song?
I really like it. I like it a lot. I would love to go boating one day on a big lake and just blast this song. There's a guitar that's just sort of in the back on this.
Yeah.
It's not doing too much. And then during the final chorus or final verse or whatever, it kicks in a little more. And that's just like the secret ingredient to this whole song.
Yeah, that's well put, dude. Because the song, it's like the same... It's the same thing repeating over and over for like 7 minutes almost.
Yeah.
So it could drag, but it's telling such like a really great story.
Right.
With that nice little secret sauce of that guitar going.
I think that's a good thing to note too. For any song on this album, I even like dislike a little more than others. I'm like,
it's still a masterpiece.
The lyrics are still so fucking good.
I know.
Even like if the instrumentation, I'm like, I'm not as interested. The lyrics are always good because it's Bob Dylan. But like, yeah, you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was a great song, dude. It's just long. It's like I'm not a lyric person as much as you are.
Right.
So I'm listening to the music and I'm like, okay, like.
Yeah.
Cause I've heard this song a million times and it doesn't get old, but it's like,
Yeah.
But it's serving the story, right? He's telling a story.
Uh-huh.
The band's there to like push up the story. That's all.
Leopard
skin pillbox hat.
Leopard skin pillbox hat.
This is like a great Chicago blues song.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I fucking love this song, man. The story it tells is pretty cool too. Oh God, I didn't even write it all down. It's just like a woman running around town, but all she really cares about is this hat.
Yes.
Or all the people she is with. Like they don't care about her, they care about this leopard skin pillbox hat.
Leopard skin pillbox hat is a satire of materialism, fashion, and faddism. I mean, I live right by Bushwick.
Oh man, I used to live in it. What do you like about this song?
I don't mind it. It doesn't stand out to me as much as some of the other songs, except once you get to the end with the guitar solos.
Oh yes, dude. Oh my God.
Then it really, like, the guitar solos, like kicking ass, really stand out to me.
Mm-hmm.
I do love the narration of the story and stuff too. Like the vocals are great, but the lyrics are great.
They're fantastic.
But oh yeah, I'm a little like, I'm just kind of in it at the beginning of the song, and then it's really the solos at the end that sell it for me. How about you?
Dude, I'm just a sucker for Chicago blues. Anything.
Right.
Anything. So immediately when that comes on, I'm hooked.
Mm-hmm.
This is a no skip song. It'll never get skipped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've never, until when I researched it, I never even knew what the words were about at all.
Right.
At all. I just only heard the guitar and I was like, oh, this is sick.
You're just bobbing your head away.
Yeah, because like it's a great guitar solo, but zero distortion.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic, dude.
Yeah, there is zero distortion.
At the beginning.
I didn't even think about that.
There's nothing. It's literally just like a...
Chicago blues. Yeah.
Yes. So next, so we love Leopard Skin. Next is Just Like a Woman.
Okay. It's melodic. I love the sound. It's so well produced. It's a well produced track. Dylan's voice is soaring on this. This is one of them where
soaring is a perfect word for that.
Like he's like, because he's kind of just like going through hitting every note really well, and he's a little further back from that caricature sort of voice on this one. Yeah. He's still landing on it during the choruses, but then during the verses, he's really just singing. I will say, him ending the lyric in the chorus on "But you break just like a little girl" kind of bothers me, but
good, it should, because this song, you know who it's about? It's rumored. No. It's rumored to be about Edie Sedgwick, right? One of Andy Warhol's one of Andy Warhol's superstars. She was like an it woman.
Okay.
It's kind of a misogynistic song.
Yeah.
Dylan is like not part of this in group, so he's kind of making fun of that in group of like, well, she makes love like a woman, but she breaks like a little girl. Like, I don't know. I'm not really cool with those words.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a lot about the song that I like melodically.
Lyrically.
But lyrically, he gets to that last lyric. And I was even listening to it out loud on my soundbar at home.
Did say something?
And
good.
It was right before it ended too. She'd never heard the song before. Right before the end of the chorus, she goes, wait for it. And then he says, "Be break just like a little girl." And she goes, I knew exactly where he was heading. And she was disappointed, you know? And I was like, I didn't see it coming. And I was like, being a woman and hearing songs like this, and and knowing that they're going to say something about like her just being a little girl on the inside all along, I'm sure that's tiring.
Most likely you'll go your way and I'll go mine. Man, what an intro.
Yeah,
I love the title. It sounds like a manic episode. It just sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I wrote down musical party.
Yeah. I would play this at a party.
All the instruments are partying.
You like this song though?
It's got some R&B horns in the back. It's a jam.
Yeah.
I think it belongs in the album. I think it should be right here, but
I agree that. Yeah. I wrote a slightly, and then there's a dash in between every word. Off the rails, but still in control. In parentheses, barely.
Yes.
It is barely in control.
Yeah.
But they got it.
What do you think of Temporary Like Achilles?
I thought it was a great transition from the last song.
Yeah.
That slow, plucky parlor piano. Fucking great.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, when he's singing his pronunciations are so long, lethargic, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the electric guitar in the back is awesome. Mm-hmm. The snare drum is super dry. Liked that a lot. There's a very specific spot behind the first harmonica solo. Yeah. There's a backing guitar, and it sounds like bubbles rising out of a treasure chest in a fish tank.
Oh.
Sounds like bubbles coming out of a damn old daggone fish tank.
That dang fish tank.
Uh-huh. I like that song. Cool name.
Yeah. I think it's good. It's one that I think I would just have on in the background, but if I'm actively listening, I might skip it. Yeah.
What about that fish tank guitar?
All of the music is really good. It's really well done in it. Yeah.
I didn't even listen to the words of this song except that one part. Next one, Absolutely Sweet Marie.
Oh, sorry. Really quick.
Yeah.
This slow-moving blues number is highlighted by Hargus Pig Robin's dusky barrel house piano. Yeah, and Dylan's brief wheeze of harmonica.
Oh, I read that too. I remember reading that.
Yeah.
Brief wheeze.
Maybe I like this song a little more now. All right.
That's all it takes.
Absolutely Sweet Marie.
What a good song title. Man, the intro is like super 60s.
It is.
Holy shit.
Dun, 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 dun. And now welcome to the dating show. You know, it's
the Newlywed Show or whatever.
Yeah, the Newlywed Show. Yeah.
Now, right here we have Linda and we have Nathaniel.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Nathaniel. No,
hey, Linda.
I'm newlywed to her. I don't know why.
We don't even know each other.
No, Marie. Because we're talking about Absolutely Sweet Marie.
I know, but Linda's a very 60s name.
It is. Well, but is Marie?
Well, it's got to be because this was wrote in the 60s. What do you think? What do you think of this song?
The
Memphis Blues.
Yeah. I really like how it just kind of like drives the song.
Sounds like a county fair.
This is a song I just suspect I would like even more if he, and I'm sure, he might have done it. He reworked it on an acoustic and just sort of like had like a slow, somber version of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I it's something about the lyrics and just how it rolls out. I feel like an acoustic version of this would be
I'd like to hear that.
Really tender. Yeah.
Tender.
Yeah.
Man, one of his lyrics on here is to live outside the law, you must be honest.
Oh.
It's so good, but he goes, to live outside the law, you must be honest. Or some shit like that. But it's so good.
The next song is Fourth Time Around.
Oh, man, I love this song so much. Not only for the, like, how it sounds. Dude, it's just like, he's throwing shit right back at John Lennon. It's funny.
Yes.
So it's still also in 3/4. The circular structure, everything is the same, except it's just way darker. Like the lyrics.
Yeah.
Sean Willens, he's a historian. He describes the result.
Oh, I've got him quoted later on too.
This is my favorite quote that I read for this whole research thing.
Yeah.
He goes, this song sounds like Bob Dylan impersonating John Lennon, impersonating Bob Dylan.
That's pretty good.
It's hilarious, and it really does. It really does, man.
It does. That's so interesting. Okay, so I didn't know anything about the song. I'm just now looking at this and seeing that it says something about Norwegian Wood.
Dude, have you they're the same songs.
So my note here is just like I have some other stuff, but at the very end I just have Norwegian Wood written down. That's wild. I had no idea.
You had no idea about what?
I didn't know anything about this, about the Lennon connection.
Really?
To the song. No, the only note that I put down was I was like, this sounds like Norwegian Wood.
Yeah, they were buddies. They were saying it's a bit, dude.
That's wild. Yeah, I didn't know. I actually didn't really even listen to the lyrics on this one that much, and now I need to because it's just like a darker take on Norwegian Wood. But
because Dylan was up to some promiscuous stuff.
Yeah. Well,
that's all I'll say.
Yeah, that's what
he had sex with the president.
I won't tell you which one. It was Coolidge.
Ew. So like the ugliest one.
Well.
Anyways. They're all fucking nasty looking because they're old white men. So. Obviously 5 believers.
Yeah. What do you think of Obviously 5? You know more about the song than I do.
This is probably my second or third favorite song on the whole album.
Okay.
It just makes me feel like it's a scene in an old movie. Like an old movie, like 60s, 50s. The song is the soundtrack to like, it's leading up to the climax of the movie, and the main characters with their friends just getting into some shenanigans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep. The intro is very fiery, electric. Great example of a good Roadhouse Blues song.
Yep.
The song was like, Dylan was kind of like, hey, this is how the song used to be. It's not that hard. We're going to do the song this way.
Yeah.
And they did it in like 4 or 5 takes, and they were done, and they moved on. Because Dylan isn't really doing anything on this song except singing.
Yeah.
It's impressive as hell.
That's really impressive. It's also, this is why you go to Nashville. You know, like...
Say it again for the people in the back. Go to Tennessee. My
Tennessee.
state for music. Come on.
But at the same time, you know, that's also the industry has really taken over.
Well, now it's
Yeah.
a machine. It prints money. It's shitty.
I do like this song. It's nice and it's a very driving track.
Mm-hmm.
The shaker is just kind of like,
it's so in the
shaker,
front, dude.
It's right in the front, and it's kind of holding the whole thing together in a way.
I'm so glad you mentioned that because it drops out and the song loses a lot of the momentum.
Mm-hmm. Side 4.
An entire side for one song. It doesn't fill up the whole entire side of the album, but most of it.
No, but
nothing else to fit.
If you need it, then
it's Dylan. He can do whatever he wants.
Exactly. Yeah, they're like, this is gonna sell. Who cares?
Sad-eyed Lady of the Lowlands. What a great name!
Great title. Great title.
It's about Lowlands Bar in Gowanus. Duh. What do you think of this song, man?
I really like it. I really like the opening lyrics,
which are
Mercury Mouth in the Missionary Times.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. He likes to use the word mercury to describe things.
He does.
Fitting end track for an album built like this. Once again, this is such a statement less than an experience with the album. So it's like this is just another track that is very much its own statement that's kind of standing by itself. It still works really well as an ending because the whole album isn't supposed to flow as like, you know, it settles down into something.
The Bob Dylan biographer, Robert Shelton, when Dylan plays the song to him shortly after recording it, Dylan exclaims, "This is the best song I've ever written."
Wow.
Quote. And the song is about, well, it's like he's referencing Sarah Lowndes, his new wife. Lowns, Sarah Lowndes.
Yeah.
Lowndes. It's a beautiful ballad, dude. It's 11 minutes and 23 seconds. I'm into the long songs. Let's bring out an 11.5-minute song. That's cool, man.
He wrote this in the Chelsea Hotel.
No way.
Yeah. Up for Days in the Chelsea Hotel. Right in it. That's so cool.
I know,
just
dude. That's our city.
I need to stay there one night. It's just that, like, it used to, you know, back then in the 60s and stuff, you know, Hendrix went there, and Dylan went there, and Patti Smith went there, you know, and all these artists were there. And 2001 A Space Odyssey was written there. And, like, all this stuff happened in the Chelsea Hotel that, like, because it was kind of cheap, you know?
Yep.
And now it's, like, $400 or $500 to stay a night there.
Hey, at least it's expensive and bougie. At least it's still there.
It is. At least it's still there.
So we have that.
Also, there's a fantastic music store right next to the Chelsea
I know you
Hotel.
wear that hat all the time.
Yeah.
So tell me about the like the stats of the album, right? So like the Billboard stuff.
Yeah, so this one
double platinum.
In
1998, it was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Right? It was ranked number 38 in the Rolling Stones list of the 500 greatest albums of all time in 2020.
Yep.
Right before shit hit the fan.
I do like this album.
Me too.
It is a good album.
It was a great pick, Nate. It's an album that I've always looked at and recognized, but never
listened to. Never did, because we're in a society where we value singles, and I listen to a lot of singles, and I'm like, no, I need to be listening to albums. And sure enough, I got to discover a great album.
It's fantastic.
I would own this on vinyl.
I would too. Too. It's a great album to play when you're hanging out with your like close buddies drinking beers.
Yeah.
Oh, great album, dude.
This premiered on the Billboard 200 at number 101. It climbed its way up to number 9.
Nice.
It was on for 15 weeks. The top song of July 23rd, 1966 album was Strangers in the Night by Frank Sinatra. That was the number 1. Yesterday and Today by the Beatles was right behind that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, which
that's on the list.
I have on the list, is in 3rd and 6th. Rolling Stones, Lou Rawls, the Mamas and the Papas, Bill Cosby,
Yikes.
The soundtrack to Dr. Zhivago. Another soundtrack, dude. Soundtracks are always ranking.
What is that? I know.
Dr. Zhivago.
That sounds so familiar.
It's a movie that stars Omar Sharif. It's legendary. It's just like a really.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I've heard the name before. Definitely.
I'm missing one from the top 10. Paul Revere and the Raiders. Midnight Ride. You know Paul Revere and the Raiders?
No, that sounds made up.
That's a band. That's a band that existed. The Beach Boys are so the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds, Yesterday and Today by the Beatles, and Aftermath by the Rolling Stones are all in the top 20.
What is this, 1966?
Yeah.
What a fantastic year in music.
I know.
Imagine going to your local record store and this is what you have to choose from. That's brand new.
Now we're moving on to an album that you have listened to.
Many times.
For your pick for the week.
So this is it's titled Mystery Flavor by Stevie Dinner. This album has flaws. No matter how many flaws it has, I will always hold it so... It's like so special, dude. So this is a good album. It's self-classified as softcore punk, cheap jazz, no house, garage rock, experimental. Muckman Records pushed it out.
September 10th, 2013?
That's correct. So they're Atlanta-based. Right? That's where the Stevie Dinner Band comes from. All songs written and recorded by Josh onto a 1/4-inch 8-track tape.
Right, this is the first album, right?
Yeah, Mystery Flavor. First album. Except I Don't Want to Go Down to the Basement is the Ramones song.
Okay.
Have you heard it?
The
Ramones one?
Or I have and I don't recognize it, but
Hey, Daddy-O, I don't want to go down to the basement. No. It's so good. Shout out to Maya in Louisiana for showing me this album.
Okay. Before we get into the album, there's some meme culture sort of stuff that surrounds this.
I'm rolling my eyes.
That kind of surrounds this album that for me makes it not as approachable as
Absolutely.
other stuff might be. Having said that, I still have positive things to say about it. Even starting with the album artwork is like it makes it harder for me to approach right off the bat.
Yeah, it's very
Razor Cake did the shortest review I've ever seen of an album.
It's a few sentences, right?
Yeah, and they said the album artwork made them think that they're like, oh God, is this a self-consciously quirky artist? Oh, do you know where the name Stevie Dinner comes from?
No. Oh my God. Tell me.
Stevie Dinner comes from a previous band that Josh had played in that they named TV Dinner because they practiced in a living room where they set up the keys on a TV dinner tray. And yeah, so they,
cool.
They had gone from that to
TV sounds like Stevie.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I like
Stevie
that.
Dinner. Yeah.
Number 1 in customer service.
Number 1 customer service.
What do you think?
It opens with the THX sound.
Yes, I was really excited for you to mention that.
It does give you a heads up on the album. And then once the music starts on it though, it's cooking. It's gone, it's great.
Momentum, it's bouncy, it's lively.
Yeah.
Great, it's a great melody.
It's a great melody.
You're rocketed into the universe without even knowing what's going on.
The guitar more often is really good on this album. What do you think of this song?
It's fucking great. What a way to open up the album, dude. It's like the album's like a future film, album, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, get ready. Here's Stevie's dinner story or whatever. Mm-hmm. The song is 3 minutes, but it feels like a really short 45-second intro. There's no like defined melody throughout it. It's just kind of like all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just kind of like peters out.
Yeah.
You know? It just kind of fades away.
Yeah. Which I think is kind of, it's still more of being like, this is what the album's about to be.
Which brings us with a favorite song of mine, Card Declined for Pizza and Wine.
This is one of your favorite songs? On the album or just ever?
Just ever, in general.
Okay.
It is so weird, man. It is so weird.
Okay.
So it starts off with like, it sounds like a little ray gun shooting from a cartoon or something.
I'm pretty sure
I don't know what it is.
One of those it's a sample of one of those laser guns.
Like a plastic toy?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
And it kicks off with the drums. It's like, I don't even know how to start. And the bass, dude. This song has my favorite drumming and my favorite bass playing. It is
Oh, really?
not like ever, but it's just very.
Yeah.
It's really well done. It's fantastic. They complement each other so well. It's like they're.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's playing drums with one hand and playing bass with the other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sounds coming from the same source.
Yeah. They're bouncing off each other.
Yeah, man, the drums are just weird. Say he's got like a weird ass rhythm with the snare.
Yeah.
The bass is like super funky and groovy. It's a great vocal melody.
The bass is working.
Oh, dude, it carries the song.
Yeah.
This is a bass song.
Yeah,
Man.
it is.
Then that guitar comes in and it's drenched in chorus. Oh my god. It's so, dude, it's fantastic. Everything is working together.
His voice is really good on the track too.
It is, dude. He has a very unique, interesting voice.
Yeah.
An excerpt. So for this song, an excerpt from T.S. Eliot's Hysteria from his 1922 masterpiece, The Wasteland, is used as a lyric in this song. Sage?
I need to go read some T.S. Eliot.
Yeah, same. Oh, and then we transition into like the middle part, which is really creepy. And he plays that Rain, Rain, Go Away in a minor key. And then he starts saying shit like, I had a strange dream. I had a strange dream.
Yeah,
it's all like distorted and echoey. So everything's getting weird as hell. I'm not like the biggest fan of this weird middle part.
Yeah. Rain, Rain, Go Away.
Do it one time.
I don't even know if you need a lyric. I think you just have the sound happen right there, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like, yeah.
But when it pops out of that into the...
Then it's really, yes. I love it when it picks back up.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's the best part of the song, man. It is, that guitar is perfect. It's...
The riff is just keeping me in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's got a chokehold.
I'm locked in. Yeah.
It's so great. Yeah, and it just like fades out kind of. The bass, guitar, and drums just have that nice little trifecta of sound that has been there for the whole song. And then the drums go...
Yeah.
And it just ends. It's so weird, dude.
Yeah. Which, those sort of endings, I'm like, yeah. On any album, right? I'm like, that works for me. That level of randomness on a song, that works for me, you know? Because it's kind of quick and it's over.
That's one of the only endings that I like on the whole album.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll have to get into these other endings.
Oh, man. Stranger.
Nice
I can play any
Stranger,
of them if you want.
I think Stranger's my favorite on this album.
Really?
See, but this is where I'm like a step off a little bit from some of the stuff on here because I think that this synth part is good. It sounds really good.
Yeah, it's great.
I think I would like even better on guitar. You know, like there's like something about it where I'm like, it's really good. I'm not saying it's bad. I really like it. I think
singing
I would
live
like
on
it
guitar
even better on guitar.
Yeah. He's put all kinds of shit on his vocals this whole album.
Right. Yeah, please, like
they're dark,
risk it.
They're scary, they're sad sounding.
Oh, what do they say? My next door neighbor's a vampire on the books for assault and battery. There's something about that lyric I was like, I like that.
It's weird, dude. We like weird stuff here.
Yeah.
This song is how it feels when an elderly person dreams of their childhood. Kind of nostalgic, kind of like fuzzy and a little like distorted.
Yeah.
Right?
The synth solo that happens in it later.
Oh, yeah.
Really fucking good.
I don't want to go down to the basement. R.I.P. DD.
Now this is a cover.
Yeah, of the Ramones.
Of the Ramones. Okay.
Here. So that's the only cover on the album, but it's just weird to cover the Ramones in this style.
Yeah. The synth I'm really not a fan of, but the guitar is really fucking good. Yeah, the synth makes me think of like a carnival or something.
Yeah, like an arcade.
Yeah.
Bright lights, too much noise. But the drums, there's nothing going on with the drums. It's so boring.
Yeah.
I wish in Card Declined for Pizza and Wine, the drums are so like dynamic and alive. Why can't you like put that?
I wonder if like there's like not many options available once you're covering the Ramones. Yeah.
So you can definitely do what you want with even the Ramones, man.
Right.
It's still gonna be a punk song.
That's true.
You know.
Right.
It'd be sick.
It's exactly what we were.
I don't want to go.
Yeah.
To the
right. You're right. Yeah, you can. Yes, that's the point of a cover, right? Is to bring
do your own thing.
Yeah, reminds me a little of Center Field by CCR. Wait, do you have any other thoughts on this song? No. Okay.
What about 100% Juice?
Another great guitar opening.
Like he knows how to play good music.
Yeah. I think the synth solo is fine on this one. I think because there was a badass synth solo just a couple songs ago. Now, I'm like,
oh, this one's okay.
Yeah. I like how the vocals are in the back and the guitar's kind of like in the front.
Yeah.
The drums are fantastic.
The design of the sound on the drums. If you listen to this in headphones, you get the hi-hat on the left and you get the snare on the right.
That's nice.
And they bounce off each other perfectly. Yeah, I was walking around on 14th Street with this, just blasting my headphones, and I was like, holy shit, these drums are so dynamic, like in the headphones.
I wrote that the guitar tone feels like liquid moonlight. I mean, it's just really unique. It's nice.
Yeah.
1 minute and 53 seconds in.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the song should have ended.
What happens after that?
Oh, gee, Nate. Well,
no, actually, I am curious because I'm like, is this where the fast forwarding stuff comes in, or is the? I don't think I would have as much of a problem with it if it were just
a slowdown
on separate tracks. If you just medleyed that into a separate track of fast forwarding sounds and stuff, and then it went into the slightly slower portion of it and stuff, it would be on its own separate. It would just be its own separate thing. I think I really wouldn't mind it as much. It's just combining it on one track, then
it doesn't work. It doesn't serve the album at all.
Yeah.
When I love this album, but like it's just random extra noise that you don't need to.
Right. What is the next
Black Cat
one? Black Cat.
Dude, I love the hi-hat in this song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So nice. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my favorite song. It's good.
Yeah. It's mostly a jam.
I wrote, the guitar, bass, and drums feel like friends who have known each other their whole lives and grown up playing with each other.
That's good.
Right? But it's like, it's just the same guy doing it.
Yeah.
It's one person, so it's cool.
Da, 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 da.
Bouncy.
Yeah, it's bouncy. It's a little jagged at times, but
but it works.
But it's the song itself is a fun jam.
Yeah, it's great, dude. It would be great to be playing at a party.
Yeah.
I hear someone playing it live, just jamming at a party.
Yeah. Yeah, it has its place. In the album, I think too, the album for what it is flows really well.
Yeah, it does.
At this point, at this juncture.
Let me know when it stops.
I think it breaks up for me in a little bit, but but so far, I'm like the placement of everything makes sense. Like where he's putting all this.
It's a great indie album so far.
Yeah.
The next one is Teenage Mutants. Dude, I love this song.
That bass is fucking good.
The bass is great. The constant ride is so great. I love that. I wrote down nighttime New York vibes, sneaking around trying to get into a show or bar without paying the cover. LOL.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see
around.
I can see a montage of that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like the bouncers grabbing them by the back of their collar. Get out of here.
The vocals are really weird and hard to understand, but I mean it's cool.
I think it goes fine with the song. It's not like the song needs clear lyrics.
It's a great little solo at 1 minute. The bass is always syncing up to the cymbal crashes.
I like when it slows down.
Yeah, me too. It works this time. What about Simulation Part 2? First thing I wrote down was, where's Part 1?
I think it's a pretty decent jam at the start.
Yeah, great synth melody. Great background guitar.
And then it gets a little carried away at a certain point.
In the middle, I like the slowdown. It's like you just hit the record player switch. But at this point...
Yeah, I'm like, you played that card, and you did it really well, actually, the first time. So I don't know if I need another one.
We don't need 10 of them. I like the textures of this song, but, this is too long. It is, drawn out. The slowdown is just,
It goes for a while.
It's played out on the album.
What's next? Action Reaction? Is that...
The intro is fantastic. 22-year-old Josh has an obsession with pizza.
Do you know if that's sampled from something?
It's an old TV commercial.
Okay.
And he explicitly says, the sample at the beginning of Action Reaction is taken from a television show that I will deliberately not credit because punk. Have a nice day. Yeah. It's got to be from an early 2000s commercial, And then it kicks into something fantastic. Dude, some of the best bass playing on the album. It's so good. It's so groovy. Lots of texture in the song. Oh, there's a killer transition to a key change.
Yeah.
And then a slowdown.
The bass line is great. And, I appreciate this slowdown better than the last one that we heard.
I do too. Still not necessary.
Because we're listening to another jam that's somewhat like the other ones, I'm questioning, should the album be over soon after this? Like, is there more to be said, or is this kind of it?
Apparently so, because there's a lot more songs.
I was starting to kind of lose a little momentum at this point where I was like, however, there are a couple tracks still coming up that did switch into these well, and it's
okay, good.
Yeah,
there's some killer ones.
There's still some stuff coming up where I'm like, yes, there's still energy to be had, but
the second half of the album is better than the first half, in my opinion.
I might like the first half better. Okay, but after this next song, I think we're about to match up on what
Audrey Horne. Dude.
Audrey Horne.
Oh, man. What a good put-together song. Wow. It's probably my favorite. We're tied with Card Declined. The intro is great, speedy, and gets to the point.
Yeah.
The guitar tone is in all caps. So good.
Yes.
At this point, the simple drum beat, I think, really works for this song because there's a lot of melodies going on.
Uh-huh. And you need something basic. Yeah.
The guitar is super melodic. It's not really overplayed. The guitar in the back is just loud enough.
Uh-huh.
Oh, another dragged out ending. The song should have ended at 3:18, in my personal opinion, right before the cascading synth. It almost feels like a callback to the opening THX sound at the start of the album, which is kind of cool.
Because the synth builds into just a, and I was like, yeah, this reminds me of the THX sound.
What do you think about this song?
This song should be on the album, but I think it should be swapped with something else. It's been a lot of jams that,
You're so right.
And I think it's basically that all the jams have featured guitar, synth, drums. It's featured all the same ingredients every time, even though the melodies are really nice. Yeah, I'm like, oh, we're doing another one of these. The synth at the end is a lot.
Well, that's a great song. I love that song, and it's such a beautiful vibe. It's very, God, dude, it's just excellent for driving around in your car. Windows are down.
Which is just a testament to the delicate art of putting together an album. Yeah.
Delicate is the right word. That shit's hard. Busted ass headphones. Dude, this is a punk song.
Yeah, this is just a really heavy...
It's blown out, too.
I think it's because it's called Busted Ass Headphones,
It's a bit.
He gets to do a blown out sound.
It just sounds like shitty garage rock.
Yeah, it's just straight. It's driving, bass forward.
The drums are great, too.
Yeah. I mean, you have one option there with the drums, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not, but yeah.
I like it when he goes. That's great.
The new Sleaze.
Man, this has a great melody. It really gives me King Gizzard vibes. And then I wrote one of the best tracks.
There's a guitar solo somewhere in there that I really like.
I mean, that's a great song.
I love the guitar solo. I'm kind of craving just like a 2-minute pop song at this point. I'm like,
yes, me too.
Yeah.
Something with vocals.
Yeah, because he's in the back going, whoa, whoa.
It feels like a dream.
Yeah, it does.
I'm into it. I really like this song a lot, man. We have mystery flavor.
Oh, as the next track.
The end foreshadows what's to come. Yeah. Dude, this is the best melody on the album.
It's such a good melody.
Oh my god.
I want some dang vocals.
It's like a small garden in the middle of Brooklyn. It's secluded,
Yeah, I said gentle guitar sounds pretty nice.
Oh, the interlude in the middle is fantastic. It finally works. The weird shit in the middle works.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wrote when the guitar comes back in after the interlude, it sounds like a splash of sunshine after a rainstorm.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it brings it back in.
Great ending. I love that song, man. That's one of my favorites on the album. It's so good. Cult Ritual, line 3.
I think that the opening is really funny. The intro. I think the intro is
it's great.
Funny.
Using the phone as like a rhythm device is great.
Yeah.
Genius. Then we come to the incantations.
The incantation.
Part 1 and 2. Dude,
yeah.
Oh my god, I love these so much.
Yeah.
These are This is the perfect way to end the album.
Yes, these are a great way to end the album. And this is also what I've been kind of wanting for 5 songs now.
I know, dude. The first one, it's just like this is a great end to this album, or this would be the great start to a different album. That all follows this style.
Oh, I could see a Moody Blues album opening.
Dude, exactly, dude. Oh my god. And just the classical guitar and the flute. The synth pops out halfway through and it brings out the melody a lot. And then there's a big old bass sound kick towards the end. Oh, there's some weird little computer noises at the end. Oh, and I wrote with a nice transition. And then the incantation part 2. What do you think of these as a pair?
I think they're fine as a pair. I understand why these are broken up. Because they're more or less the quote-unquote same song. But I know why you would break them up. I really think The Incantation I can use 4 songs prior. Because, like, I'm okay with, like, no lyrics or anything, but just, like, something that cuts in and is, like, this is different. The opening of it is just beautiful. Right when it comes in, I'm like, I am on board. It's refreshing. And then on The Incantation Part 2.
This is my favorite song in the whole album.
Oh.
This one right here. The classical lead is... It's new and fresh, dude. It's so tasteful. He doesn't ever overplay, but he showcases his guitar playing in this song. He's not hiding behind distortion or effects. It is so good. The melody is like a Baroque classical type shit. It is
great guitar work.
Good.
The backing bass is really good.
Midway through, there's an interesting slowdown, which actually somewhat works. However, the ending takes me out of the song. Oh, Stevie, why do you tarnish and ruin your beautiful songs with endings which are so fucking shitty?
Yeah. The song has 3 endings. Why? Much like Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Why do you need to add so many endings onto the end of it? Like, maybe Frodo and Sam are just happy, you know?
They go back, they keep the ring, they get married, and just raise hell. There's nothing wrong with that. Just end it somewhere. Mystery Flavor, brought to you by Peter Jackson.
Great. I think I'm going to cut out a lot of the stuff that we just did right there and just, like, cut to that, yeah. Would you own this on vinyl?
Yeah, I would. I love this album. Would you buy this on vinyl?
I would.
Would you really?
No, I wouldn't, no. Yeah, so then... what was it, like 5 years later or something? That was when Stevie Dinner met Steph Renzler.
Then they come out with Ready to Dine in 2015, which is a killer album.
Okay.
And then they came out with True Story in 2020, which is a huge feature of Steph Renzler. This album, dude, you should go and listen to this. It's actually...
This sounds like something that I'm more interested in.
Billboard.
Stevie Dinner Mystery Flavor comes out September 10th. So the closest Billboard 200 is September 14th, 2013. Hail to the King by Avenged Sevenfold is at number 1. Their first week on the chart.
I don't know.
You don't know that?
I don't know them.
Hail to the King. You don't know Avenged Sevenfold?
I know the name, but I can't picture their sound.
Oh, wow. They have an alternative album.
Well, let's hear it. Fade Out.
Yeah.
Wow, that's not bad at all.
Number 2 is Luke Bryan with Crash My Party. Big Sean with Hall of Fame at number 3. Juicy J with Stay Trippy. Robin Thicke with Blurred Lines.
Wow, it's that year. The sound of that song is absolutely fantastic. The percussion is incredible.
Yeah, it is. And it's all thanks to Marvin Gaye, which is what they got in trouble for. Justin Timberlake with the 2020 Experience. John Mayer with Paradise Valley. Alabama and Friends must have been a movie.
I don't know.
Because it says various artists. Maybe it's a compilation album of Alabama things. Unorthodox Jukebox by Bruno Mars is on its 38th week. It's at number 9.
Damn.
Good for him. Three Kings by TGT.
You know, Bruno Mars has
10.
his own Fender Stratocaster model guitar in production.
Other people in there. Jay-Z's Magna Carta Holy Grail is out. Man, nice. I remember some of this. The Heist, Macklemore. Another Self-Portrait by Bob Dylan. Coming in at number 21 on the charts.
Wow, really? What a treat these two albums have been. Do they work together?
No.
This is our first incompatible set of the series.
You have anything else to say?
No, that's it. I really enjoyed both of these albums a lot. I would buy them both on vinyl. I'll spin them a couple times.
Okay.
I got nothing else. This has been no singles.
No singles.
Let's do this on air.
Oh, shoot a little bit of Four Roses.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they make Four Roses out there in Kentucky.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay.
To Kentucky. See you on the other side.
The other side.